Well, I'm a fucking Muppet. I did not think that through very well because I went and unplugged my internet because duh. All the dumb things. I swear to God. Uh, I swear to God. I swear to God. Um, okay, so I moved the extender into the room with me. So now we're going to monitor this and see how it goes and what. Uh, there's my chat from the previous show. I cannot believe I did that. I'm so fucking dumb. Of all the dumb things to do, I literally unplugged my internet while I was in the middle of a stream. Could I be stupider? Could I be stupider? No, I could not be. Um, uh-huh. Video capture device. So anyway, as I was saying, well, it's working good so far, but it was working good before as well. You know, at the beginning, it was working fine, if you recall. And then it got choppy, and then it got better, and then it got choppy, and then it was on my arm. Is that a sweat stain? That must be from earlier today when I was working. Uh, I'm gross. So gross. I'm over here trying to resize a window in the other screen. Y'all can't see it, but I am. Because if I wanted to cut and have chat, that's the old chat from the previous show. Uh, so we're going to monitor this again. I want to go to my settings. Go back here. Main cam scene. Oh, shit. I got to wait for the settings to load. Okay. So my output, back in the 4500 bit rate, good as they suggested. Cool. So I don't want this chat. That's our previous chat. We're going to cut. I'm back here. So far, so good. I mean, maybe that's all it was. But uh, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Pop out chat. So then I go back to main cam, go to chat. I like setting. Apparently, my hobby is setting up everything on the fly. Live streaming, nope. Google Chat. I'm trying to capture the chat window. I did not restart the internet though. That's the thing. It was just this. It was just the extender. I mean, I don't. Maybe that's what counts as restarting the internet. And uh, nope, that's the test pattern. Where's there it is. That's the one. Okay. So now we're looking at. We're monitor. I'm monitoring this because here's the deal. I've stated my goal. I've shot my shot. I've decided. I've stated my desire of 100,000 views for my channel by the end of the year, and I've put together a strategy to try and put that together, to try and accomplish that goal. My strategy for accomplishing that goal is multifaceted, but it basically means focusing on the stuff that I do well. And the stuff I do well, in my opinion, not bored out tonight, clearly, um, is chat. Not chat. I'm opening chat right now. I'm getting chat on my window. The stuff that I do well, there's chat. So if I want to talk chat, there's chat. I can see it right here. I'm on my screen. The stuff that I think I do well, live streams. The best shows that I've had on my channel are live streams. The worst shows that I've had are my pre-recorded, uploaded videos. By far. Of all the categories that I've got a catalog of uploaded videos and a catalog of live stream videos. My live stream videos seem to do the best. Back to this says video cut, but it's not really video cut. Let's rename this. Rename to stream monitor. So let's cut to there. Let's monitor the stream. See, I mean, so far, you know, we've got an excellent connection. And what I want to do is turn on the good cam again. Hide my webcam, turn on my good cam. This is going to send this, oh shit, I can't, can I turn on my good cam? I should be able to turn on my good cam. Wake up, camera. So this is the Canon that I'm trying to turn the Canon back on. The Canon Camlink 4K. That's the HP Camlink 4K. My HD camera, this one, my little webcam cam is not plugged in right now because I have my Canon plugged in. Turn on. There it goes. That should give me my camera. Activate. Give me my screen. There we go. Okay. So even with the good cam, if I switch screens, this is the good cam. And this is the main cam. Oh, wow. Looking at those side by side is pretty boss. This is the difference in video between the two cameras that I've got. Can I turn them both on at the same time? I don't know if I can. I need to put the good cam in front of chat. Oh, there it is. These are the two cameras side by side. Look at the difference in video quality. Same lighting. This light right here. Same lighting. Same everything. I am gorgeous in this camera. I look kind of washed out. I look kind of Irish in this camera. So is the connection is good. I'm looking at the connection over here. Both cameras running. Connection's going on. Am I watching? I'm watching the wrong late night show on my phone. Okay. So let's turn off the good cam. Put it back to chat. Okay, so I mean, you know, the goal is diagnosing what the fucking problem was. I want to know what the issue is. I don't know. You know, I don't know what the issue is, and I want to find out what it is. Because this has been going on. This was not an issue last year. This time last year, it was not an issue. And we've actually upgraded our internet since this time last year. And, you know, if we've upgraded our internet and we're not getting our internet upgrade, that was 2 days ago. This is, all right, this should be the one that I'm live now, after party 2. Okay. Watching my video now. If we're not getting the internet speeds, it's between those two. Yeah, I mean, okay. Oh, speaking of which, why don't I do the speed test right now? Speed test. See what it tells me. Stream monitor, please. All right, let's see what happens. And now, mind you, when I had that thing in the other room and I ran the speed test during the day, middle of the day, insane upload rates, insane everything. And we were talking between 20 and 40 every time. 20, 23, 22, good uploads, very fast is what it says. But, you know, it was saying the same thing during the day. 24, download speed is, why would the download speed be worse than the upload speed? Oh, the download speed is good. The upload speed is 30. Internet connection's fast. It's very fast in the middle of the day. Multiple devices streaming HD video at the same time. Yeah, I know that. All right, so that's where we're at right now. Let's run it one more time. Download speed is sick. But that it's also a residential line, which means I'm looking at this camera. The residential line, which means upload speeds are lower than download speed. Now, the distillery, my upload speed is much higher than my download speed. All right, so we're going to leave it with that. I'm going to close this. And we're going to monitor this. This still says excellent connection. As long as that continues to say excellent connection, I think I'm going to be okay. Well, not receiving it, just as I said, as it should be an excellent connection, it should be okay. It fucking switches over to not an excellent connection because YouTube can eat my butthole. Well, it's not YouTube's fault. It's my own fault. What other options do I have? Concurrent viewers versus what is the widget that I should open? Why are they asking me to open a widget? What widget? Let's see what this widget. I'll see what the widget is in a second. Lone Star's coming to hang out. Dude, check it out, Lone Star. Kathy Bates, Twisted Art Lady. Cheers, everybody. I'll pour a drink out. I'll pour a drink on y'all's behalf since we're here. I am trying to diagnose my internet problem. I am trying to diagnose my internet problem because I've been having choppy. Last week's Karma episode was not bad at all. Last week's Karma episode ran smooth as butter. This week's episode, we used StreamYard, and it was not smooth, even remotely. And now I'm running my shitty camera. I have my good camera, and I'm getting intermittent. Like, here's the error: YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain their fucking feed. So I'm trying to diagnose what this stupid problem is. I took my Wi-Fi extender, moved it from the other room into this room. I'm trying to figure it out. What is that? What is going on? What are they showing? Oh, the speed test on the window. Okay. Chat rate playback. Yeah, concurrent viewers is fine. Leave it on concurrent viewers. It's fine. So I'm trying to find out I'm trying to diagnose the problem. I'm trying to figure out what the problem is because this problem has been ongoing for the last, I don't even know how long. But since everybody's joining me, you should know we're going to have a whiskey giveaway at 550 subscribers. And of course I'm frozen. What fucking camera is this? This is my other camera. HD. Which camera am I supposed to be on? My HD camera froze. Fucking hell. There it is. Main cam with chat. 500 subscribers, 550 subscribers, we give away a bottle of whiskey. But yeah, last week, I'm telling you, the Karma episode, smooth as butter. It went swimmingly. Absolutely fantastic. The Karma episode was one of the best that I'd done in a long time. I felt good about it. I was happy. Joyful even. It was me and the camera. It was basically this setup, I think. Yeah, it was this setup. And I was thoroughly satisfied. But this week I had to switch everything on live 15 minutes into the show. Everything switched over. And this show did not go as well as last week's show. It did not go as well as last week's show. Not even remotely as well as last week's show. And that's problematic because I'd like to have guests on. I'd like to have conversations. I'd like to have chat with guests on the show. And if I can't do chats with guests on the show, why is this off center? God, that's annoying. That's better. If I can't have guests on the show, if I can't have a conversation, if I can't have a happy hour, well, that's kind of problematic, I want to be able to, on this quest for 100,000 views by the end of the year, It means February, March, April, May, June, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That is 10 months and 60,000, 11 months. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 11 months. 60,000 views over the course of 11 months. I've got to figure out, and this is not the right chat screen either, I don't think, because it is not showing the current chat. So what's going on, chat? Are you not even tell me it's the wrong chat screen? Is that the one? There it is. Do I have more chat screens open? I do. I have 2 chat screens open. One for the old, one for the... Okay, I thought OBS just crashed. I was about to cuss a lot of cuss words. And, you know, again, here it is. I'm staring at it right now. It's telling me my stream is not giving me a solid connection. So anybody there, I mean, Lone Star, if you're a tech guy, if you got any tech guys on your stream that can help me out, help me diagnose this problem. I literally just moved my extender from the other room, brought it in here. Okay, so this is the same problem Band Talk has with his channel. I need to talk to that guy, I guess. I need to solve this problem. This is a problem. I need to solve it, and I don't know how to solve it. It may simply be as simple as doing the show from the distillery rather than here. Because if I'm doing it from the distillery, I have a better upload rate. I may need to connect a landline to my extender. I may need to do a lot of things. I don't know the answer. I don't know the solution to the problem yet. And it's bothering me fundamentally. It's bothering me to my core. Oops, that's the wrong button there. It is bothering me to my core, and it is driving me batty. Oh, that's still the wrong damn chat box. This is the chat that I want. Nope, that's not the chat that I want. Still the wrong chat box. I'll get the right chat box up. Give me a second. Good cam can go muted. HD cam goes up. Let's get me big face. Pop out chat. Cheers, Lone Star. I appreciate you popping in, man. I do. I appreciate if any of y'all have a technical solution to my or a practical solution to my technical problem, I'm down. I want to hear it. I want to know what it is. Even if it's as simple as connect to a landline, because if I got to figure out how to do that, I will. You know, this is my current connection. You know, I have 2 USB-C. I mean, maybe I need a better computer. But this is the current USB-C connector adapter that I have. I have a traditional USB stick that is my capture device for the Canon. I have a dongle for my keyboard and mouse, the HD connector for my monitor, and the SD card plugged in for my video recordings. Connect the landline from the extender to the computer will improve my upload speed. See, that's and I'm hoping it would also stabilize it. But see, this is saying it's not receiving enough video. Is it not receiving enough video because my upload speed is shit? I don't know. I mean, that could be why. Pop out chat. If my upload speed is shit, I mean that could be the simple solution to the problem. All right, I just popped out chat. Can't see that because I have that cropped out of the photo. I'm gonna open this widget that they suggest that they have there. I'm gonna find out what this widget is that they're talking about. What widget? What widget? Tell me more. Widget. Chat. Give me that one? This one? This one? fine. Okay, chat's coming back up. Slowly uploading. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to take my router, um, get my landline extender here. Now let's see here. If I'm using my computer screen there, I do have a landline adapter. I lose this monitor. Oh, there we go. Now we have excellent connection again. See, it keeps going back and forth. I get excellent connection, then I get bad connection, I get excellent connection. Although we haven't had the issue, I solved the bit rate problem that they were talking about before because I dropped the bit rate down from 9,000 to, okay, so the upload speed is garbage. Fair. But again, residential connection downloads faster than it uploads because it's a residential connection. And that's what it's supposed to do. It's a at my office, the actual distillery, the connection is much faster. My upload rates are much higher at the distillery because it's a better connection. It's like the tube is this big versus the one that's this big. It's big. Okay. So I think what I need to focus on, what I need to worry about, is in my quest for 100,000, my quest for 100,000 views, which is really just a quest for like 50. If I'm going to be completely honest, it's a quest for 60 because I'm at 40,000 views. I'm just trying to get 60 for the rest of the year. But it's really not even that. It's more like a quest for like 1,000 views a month. Because I'm going to start putting a commercial at the beginning of my videos so that I can get my commercial to 1,000 people a month, which is for free a pretty good reach. If I can do that, if I can get it up to that. That's kind of the general goal. But that's an aside. In my quest for that, I need to solve this problem because if I'm going to be doing my happy hours from my office here at the house, unless I can't go up to the distillery every 3 times a week to do a happy hour from the distillery. I can do my big shows on Saturdays that have the live music and entertainment and all that stuff. I can do the day in the life stuff from the distillery. But if I'm going to do these shows, these late night chats are fine. But if I'm going to do a full-on happy hour show with guests and a panel and do stuff like what Lone Star is doing right now with the after party, the StreamYard panel, I was not having this problem. Maybe I just need to call up I don't know who it is, Comcast or AT&T, probably Comcast, find out what the hell is going on with my upload speeds. Because literally, I was not having this problem. Like 12 months ago, I was not having this problem. The upload speeds were much better. Put duct tape over my top screen to stop the weirdos. Within 40 feet of the gateway. Okay, so maybe the extender is too far away from the gateway. Within 40 feet of the gateway. That's a good question. So I wonder how far my extender is from the gateway. Now that's a straight line from here it is a straight line from here to of course it's always a straight line. That's the definition of a line. Lines are always straight. Top Cream. It's always a straight line from point A to point B. But it's like my computer's almost the same distance. Well, actually, my computer's closer to the gateway now than the extender is. The extender looks like 5 feet, 6 feet further. My computer's here. The gateway's over there, that way. My computer's here. The extender is like 5 feet that way, which means the extender is actually farther away from the gateway than my computer is. But my computer's closer to the gateway than it is to the router. And if the gateway is supposed to extend and improve, fuck, I don't know how any of this shit works. I really don't. But at the very least, if I have a plug over here somewhere, over that way, I gesture too widely. I gesture with my arms widely. I can't. I need a wide screen just to be able to be all like, this is where everything is. Look over there, over there. I can't. I'm not a. And that camera sucks. Get down here. I want to lean back in my chair, damn it. So anyway, Super Bowl's on Sunday. Cincinnati Bengals versus the LA Rams. That's awesome. I need to get a drink of water. Watch the intro screen. I'll be right back. All right. Now, what I can say is, let's get me back on the screen here. What I can say is what finally led me to get the extender. Wave hands like a Jew. It's Comcast. I have Comcast. What I can say is what finally led me to get the extender was I did a speed test here in my office, and my upload speed was like 0.6 or some stupid number, and my download speed was like 0.7 or 0.4 or some stupid number. And I was trying to upload a video, and it was just not happening. It's like 6 hours to upload, 5 hours to upload, 3 hours to upload. Like, this is dumb. And I left. I started to upload the video, and I left. And I went to go do something. And when I came back, it was still just like, no, fuck you. Just not going to do it. And that finally led me to get the extender. Because I went into the living room, which is where the router is. And lo and behold, in the living room, I'm trying to reboot my camera here. Lo and behold, I go into the living room and it worked just fine. The upload speeds, everything froze. There we go. The upload speeds sucked, or they went from suck to awesome. They went from sucky to awesomeness, and then, but that was, I mean, I was literally 6 feet away from the router, and here's the good cam again, and let's go to the stream monitor with the good cam. Let me add the good cam in here, video capture device. Come on. That led me to say, you know, maybe we bring the extender in, and you know, maybe that'll solve many problems. Maybe that'll solve many problems that we were having. Maybe, I don't know. Hide the webcam. Cut here. Now we can watch the monitor the stream as we have a nice talk. The stream health looks good. I mean, literally everything's looking good right now. Stream health looks beautiful. Analytics are beautiful. Stream setting is beautiful. I mean, let's look at, there's the Lone Star raid right there in the middle. That was beautiful. Lone Star's a good guy. I like Lone Star. But that's when I said, you know, maybe I need to get the extender and put the extender in the other room. But I mean, if the extender is the same distance away as my computer, what am I doing? What am I extending? What am I stretching out? What am I fixing? What problem am I solving? I'm not any closer to the router if my extender's in here and I'm in here. I'm just closer to the extender. Doesn't really make a lot of sense in my brain. I want to see how far this thing is. Hold on a second. Monitor. Watch the. Did I lose the video? No, that was the old video. That's when I went to grab a drink of water. Watch the stream there for a second. I'm going to measure the distance from the router to my office because I'm curious. I don't have any idea. All right, at least 25 feet. It is 30. It is 37 feet. Oh, close this door. It is 37 feet from the router to where my office is. Yeah, well, my computer. Yeah, in the beginning when I was just setting up the extender, it was connecting back to the router. But now I've got it set up where it specifically sets up, specifically looks for the extender instead of the router. That's the default. But it's 30. What did I say? 25 plus 12. It's 37 feet. And the extender. So my computer's about 37 feet. The extender is 4 or 5 feet further. So the extender's probably 40 feet. 25 plus 12. Yeah, because it was 25. My I'm gonna not be able to find this tomorrow. My tape measure is 25 feet plus 12 feet from here to there. So that's 37. And then my router, my extension, let's see. I'll come over here and find it. The extender's further away than my computer. by 8 feet. So the extender is 45 feet from the router. The extender is 45 feet from the router. My computer is closer by 8 feet. But again, I wasn't having this problem last year. I was not having this issue last year. This is a very recent addition to the cornucopia of shit that has been going on. Why do I have the top of this not cropped out? What the hell is wrong with me? Crop. Like I'm a fucking hobo or something. Having all the odds and ends just dangling out there for everybody to see. What do I have in my bookmarks bar that's embarrassing? Channel video, StreamYard, YouTube, Conflict of Nations, Old Humble Guy. Okay, yeah, I don't have anything embarrassing up there. Good. Yay me. I don't know. But here's next week. I've been doing this dumb Vlogmas thing or Vlogentines thing. I'm done with that. I'm gonna put an end to that. I'm not gonna keep that up. See, that's what I thought. The extender should be between my router and the computer. That's what I thought. That it instead of over here, it should be somewhere between here and there. I mean, that's the whole point. It doesn't make any sense to. I mean, it's extending the strength of. It's not extending the strength. It's extending the reach of my router, but it's not extending the strength of the router. Again, if I go over here and do my live test, I don't know if this is the best live test option to use, but if I do the live test, uh, yeah, everyone see my bookmarks. I mean, it's fine. I don't have any bookmarks that I'm embarrassed about. I don't. It's not live test. It's speed test. Stupid Muppet. Speed test. Um, Now it would be funny if I did that and like speed test and along with speed test came like 25 porn suggestions. That'd be kind of funny. So we run the speed test again. I want to run it again and see what it says. I'm curious. I don't know how to solve this problem, and it's driving me. I mean, maybe solving the problem is connect a landline. Maybe I mean that's what we did with the Xbox. The Xbox is right there next to the router. I connected the landline to the Xbox. My Xbox and my TV both have landlines to the router. Um, and it says my connection is fast, which is apparently why everything's running fine right now. But I also don't have StreamYard. I don't have anything else open. Nothing else is going on right now. It's just the. Oh wait, not that. I don't want to click on that. So 100,000 views seems like infinity far away. Right now, my analytics tell me that I'm getting something like 600 views a month, pushing up towards 7. If I open up another, I'm going to open up another Chrome window real quick because I'll lay it bare. I want people to see what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not doing. It's I'm not. I don't think I'm doing particularly well with new window. Open up a new window. I don't think the channel's doing particularly well. Uh, Damn, your upload and download is 10 times faster than mine, dude. It's fucking boss. played with my boyfriend. Oh. Yeah. I don't understand bookmarking porn. Are there porn videos that are that good that you want to go back to again and again? Or porn videos? I sound like such a fucking grandpa sometimes. There are porn videos, pornography magazines. You have one of those pornography movies that you prefer to watch? Do you need me to get the projection screen out so we can watch it as a family, son? I mean, I like porn as much as the next guy, I guess. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. Um, but you know, I got a kid, so it's not like I'm going to leave it in my history file. You go to incognito mode like a right, proper, upstanding gentleman. I can't have my 11-year-old stumbling across that. He's not till he's 14. There's age appropriateness to the nudie magazines, and you see, when we were kids, we had to go to the corner store and buy porn. You had to physically buy porn. You had to buy a magazine and buy porno magazines. You had to pay money. $2, $3, $6, $8, however much a porno cost. I can't remember how much Hustler cost when I was a kid. Been that long since I paid for porn. You know what I mean? I mean, when you kids these days are spoiled. Their nudie mags move. They're free. They're abundantly available. What the fuck happened to my video? Where'd it go? Why is it black up there? Or is it dark? Okay, it's fixed. It's getting a little choppy. It's blinking out, but it says the stream is strong. What's going on? Why is it capturing my mouse? Quit capturing the cursor, you dumb morons. Jeez, been doing that the whole time. Um, you know, every kid has the memory of the couch in the woods that had porn stuffed in it, or the box that was dumped by some old guy, or the high school kids, or whatever. The porn that was in the hollow of the tree. These were like treasures that we found. Uh, we found these treasures, and we coveted them, and we guarded them, and protected them. You know what I mean? That's what we did as kids. We took care of each other. We watched after each other. We made sure that what we were doing was, there was a code among kids. We defended this stuff. I remember the first. Yeah, the connection is holding up. I'm watching it. I don't know why that screen goes black up there. Uh, I'm not innocent. No idea. Just a friend suggested to me, and my boyfriend was like, "What the?" Yeah, a buddy of mine suggested Julia Stiles, very talented artist, actress, smart as a fucking whip. She's in the Save a Dance for Me movie and others. She's gorgeous. She's brilliant. She quit acting to go to Columbia University, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Great actress. Buddy of mine, Ryan, said, "Dude, you should check out the Julia Stiles project on the internet." This was back in the late '90s when you referred to the internet as the internet. The Julia Stiles project, no, it's the Stiles project. I think is what it was. I call it the Julia Stiles project because Julia Stiles is awesome. She's a fantastic, absolutely fantastic actress. I don't know if she's been in anything. Let's look up. When was the last thing that Julia Stiles was in? Nope. I don't want to do that. I want to save that website. Speaking of which, just kidding. It's a Fiverr ad. Julia Stiles Stiles. Julia Stiles, according to her IMDb page, 10 Things I Hate About You. That was a great movie. Well, a good movie. She was in Jason Bourne in 2016. I don't know if she's been in anything since 2016. Bourne Identity, maybe? Maybe she was in a follow-up to the Bourne movies. Filmography. Let's look at her entire filmography. What was the last thing that Julia Stiles was in as an actress? The Pipeline. What the fuck? Comcast Business, quit being dicks. Show me Julia Stiles as an actress. Chosen Family, The Lake, a TV series, 2021. Okay, so she's been in stuff recently. The God Committee, Riviera, The Bourne Stuntacular, Hustlers, Trouble 2017, The Drowning 2016, Jason Bourne 2016. Okay, so she Inside Amy Schumer TV series, she was in that. So she still acts, she's still doing stuff. Anyway. I don't know if there's such a thing as a good porno. But maybe that's something that we should discuss in a happy hour forum. Like define a good porno. Like what's a good porno? Is porno good now versus when the 70s when they had storylines, they were like movies, they were like respectable movies. Let's make a respectable movie with people fucking, like Emmanuel. That was now Emmanuel, the original. I'm not talking about the new ones that came out on Skinamax. I mean like the original Emmanuel that was like her awakening in France or whatever the hell it was. That was a great skin flick. And that's what they were. They were like movies. They just had a lot of fucking. This is not for kids. By the way, kids, if you're watching this, go to fuck to bed, man. It's like 2 o'clock. What the hell's wrong with you? You have parents? Homeless fucking weirdos. That's why I click that button. This isn't made for kids. You shouldn't be watching this. Fix your settings. Anyway, views are down over the last 28 days because views over the last 3 days are down 5, 14, 38. Well, I was talking about the Styles Project. Anyway, my buddy Ryan, he's working in a not a proud boy. That is not my in any connotation of the term proud boy is not my sexual orientation. The Styles Project, my buddy Ryan, he works over in California with a startup. Or at least it was a startup a few years ago. He's with a different startup now. He's like, dude, you should check out the Styles Project. I'm like, why would I? What? Okay. I mean, whatever. I'm down for whatever. So I check out the Styles Project, and it is like donkey fucking porn. It is weird shit. Like weird shit. I'm talking like, think of the weirdest thing that you could do with 2 people, right? Think of it. Just pause just for a second. Think of the weirdest thing. No shame, no kink shaming, no judgment, no nothing. Just think of the weirdest thing you could do. Avocados, baseball bat, whatever. Think of the weirdest thing you could do with 2 people. Right? Champagne bottles. Just imagine it. Just give yourself a second. Then add snakes. And if snakes was already in it, then add like chickens. It was just the weirdest shit. The weirdest shit. Absolute weirdest. And I was like, back then you actually called people on the phone. And I'm old enough that I know that this is a phone, not this. I called him up like, dude, what the fuck? What is this shit? And do I have all the viruses now? Because holy crap. He's like, nah, it's probably clean. I'm like, probably? You got to know this stuff, man. Anyway, So that like 3 days later, my wife was using my computer and she found the same. She's like, "Is this what you're into? What did I it's like?" We were brand new married, like brand new married. She's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "No, no, 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 baby, you don't understand." And I had to get on the phone with Ryan for him to explain to her. It was the weirdest, the absolute weirdest. Oh, the absolute weirdest. I'd probably go check that out. If this wasn't YouTube, I'd go check it out. But I don't. I don't even think. I don't even think Twitch allows that shit. I have to set up an OnlyFans to explore the weird websites that people send me to, and I have to get a really good antivirus program. Yeah, take snake and worm filled bottles and anuses. I don't even want to get into it. Nope. I don't even want to talk about it. It was the weirdest shit. I don't, and we're talking 20 years ago, so I don't even know. Like if it's still there, I don't know. But it was weird enough that it left an indelible impression in my mind of how weird that website was. Just the strangest shit. Um, I believe it. Ting ting. That's. I mean, worms and snakes in bottles and butts is weird. That's a combination of weird, of legit weird. Um, Oi, 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 oi. Anyway, so where was I at? I'm on a quest for 100,000 views, and like it's like full disclosure on tap here. Uh, I'm still monitoring. Like the stream health is fine now. Of course, I'm not in Streamyard, not over on the Streamyards, not doing any of the weird exotic things. This is the good camera, the 4K camera. Maybe I just need to do my streams after midnight. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just stream at the Old Humble after midnight. Um, so anyway, quest for 100,000. That's what this is all about. I've done the research, and here's the most annoying suggestion. The most annoying, the absolute most infuriating tip, coaching suggestion, coaching idea. They say, have better thumbnails. Have better thumbnails. Like, no shit, right? Like, better thumbnails. Okay. You want to define what better thumbnails means? You want to give some information of fuck me. Two girls, one cup, dude. That is a oi. Uh, I remember the day I saw that. That was gross. That shit is literally is just like goddamn. Anyway, I remember when I found my dad's porno stash. One movie, two movies. It's two movies. One was Ring of Fire. The other was Taboo. The original Taboo. Taboo. Well, at the time it wasn't Taboo One. It was just Taboo. Uh, never magazine. No magazine. Just the two. With Johnny Cash playing Ring of Fire. That was the song. And there was like a Dutch porn associated with it. Anyway. So miss my dad. So yeah, you can't you literally shit. You can't unsee that shit. That was gross. Uh but man, talk about a throwback. Two girls, one cup. Talk about a full on throwback. Ugh, lemon party. Okay, we're gonna pull up another screen real quick. This is my views. This is publicly identifiable information too. This is my views on the YouTube. Where I currently stand, I'm just under 40K. I'll just call it window capture. I'm not going to keep it around. Is that the one? Yeah, we'll go with that one. So right now, my view count is just under, let's crop this and bring it into the screen. Boop, there it is. Right now, my view count. As I joined on October 15th, on October 15th, 2014, my first video output for the Old Humble Distilling Company was April 23rd, 2020. So I had the channel for, oh, Tub Girl, that's one I've never heard of. I've had the channel for 6 years before, or almost 6 years, before, 5.5 years before I put anything on the channel. And in that time, I've collected 39,870 views. So, of course, the next goal, the next landmark is 40,000. We'll probably give away a bottle of whiskey for 40,000 views. Maybe not. 130 views isn't that big of a deal. Maybe 50,000 views. We'll give away a bottle of whiskey for 50. That's probably what we'll do. Anyway, so the goal is by the end of this year and get to 100. And it's a goal that has no meaning in reality. There's no reason for me to have 100 versus 75 versus 150 versus 60 versus 50 versus 90. There's no reason for that number other than it's got nice round zeros. It's got 5 of them. It's a nice 6-figure number. It's a degenerate, but not that degenerate. That's a good way to describe it. Anyway, the goal for no, it's an arbitrary number. It's a point in space. It has absolutely no, it's not going to improve my business. It's not going to hurt my business. If we do 50 instead of 100, it's not going to do, like, there's literally no reason for it to be 100 other than the fact that it's ambitious, because in 2 years I've gotten 40, and half of those were last year, and half of them the year before was from one video. In fact, most of the 20 that I got last year, over the last 12 months, 8,000 came from one short. Nipple tassels at 100,000 views. I don't know about that. Well, all right. Depending on who the nipple tassels go on, because I know some burlesque dancers who would totally be into that. They'd totally be into it. In fact, I've had them on happy hours in the past. Tifa Tiddlywinks and Emma Dilemma. They would totally do the nipple tassel thing. I wonder if YouTube would shit their pants if I had a dancer come on the show and do the nipple tassel spin, the reverse helicopter, whatever. Okay, I'm going to change screens. Like, there's nothing happening with the monitoring of this stream. Like, it's not changing. It is a solid. I'm going to put this up here real quick. We've had a solid stream ever since. Okay, I moved the extender in here, but this is what happened the other night. I had the extender in the other room, and we had a solid stream the whole fucking time. I don't know. And you know, we had the up and down, solid stream, weak stream, solid stream, weak stream, solid stream, weak stream. While it was in here, it was a weak stream. YouTube wasn't getting enough data, but now they're getting all the data. And my upload speed is not significantly better than it was. It's the same. Nothing's changed. Speed, test, space, girl. I saw a lunar eclipse. I am all over the map right now. Anyway, what was I talking about? But like, the goal for 100,000 views is literally, the goal is to have more views. That's the goal. Have more views. 100,000 is an arbitrary number to put a pin in what defines more. So basically, what defines more is, see, it's the same upload speed and download speeds that we had earlier. What defines more for my purposes is, in this case, 100,000. I mean, it could be 1,000 a month, which would be an upgrade from where we're at, because right now we're around 600. It could be 1,000 a month. It could be 5,000 a month. That's fine. But in order to get to 100, I'm going to need to get to like 10,000 by the end of the year, because we're down here. We've got to go up here in order to hit that mark here. We need to pile on the monthly views, like 5,000 a month. Every month that I'm below 5,000, I need to add 5,000 to a month later. So the point is, when I have my live shows on Saturdays, when I have my bands play at the distillery, when I have performers at the distillery, and I record or stream their show, stream their performance, I want their performance to be seen by people. I don't just want to stream their performance to know. I don't want them to perform to an empty room. I want them to perform to a room, physical, real life, or virtual, either or. I want them to perform to a room that is full of people. Whether it's people in Humble, Texas, in the tasting room watching them perform, or if it's people all over the world in Amsterdam and Poughkeepsie and Sao Paulo and Paris and London and New York and Houston and Houston and Houston and Houston and Dallas and Austin and Dallas and Austin and Oklahoma and Amarillo. I want them to see my performers. I want my performers to see that they're getting exposure. I want a bar in Denver to call me up and say, "Who was that? And how can we get them to our place?" And I would say, "Here's their contact information. Please call them. By all means, call them." I would happily give you their contact information. If you're a bar or a performer or a performance hall or a stage, somewhere where there's a stage, if you want to book the artist that I have that weekend, absolutely, I'll fucking for free give you their information, because when my people succeed, we're all wealthy. That's how you make yourself. You're rich by making other people rich. That's how you get. The ancient Indians, the Native Americans knew that shit. I mean, of course, you're also wealthy by making yourself wealthy. That's one way to get wealthy. That's obviously how you're wealthy. But if I can help, uh, Isaiah Thomas said, uh, if he can make 11 men when he was the GM of the Detroit Pistons, if he can make 11 black guys into millionaires, then he's going to make 11 black guys into millionaires. That's what he always said, and that was specifically what he said. I mean, if I can make my performers some money, if I can make them, if they can hit it somewhere, and I could say, that guy played my shop, and he was awesome. Ryan Adam Wells is a great performer. He's a great performer. He has a great following. He's been on tour, music festivals. He's toured music festivals. He's been on tour. He's gone places. Uh, I think he's played on 3 different continents. He toured all through Florida earlier this year. He is a great performer. I love Ryan Adam Wells. He's great. And he's played at my shop. And if lightning ever strikes him a second time and he blows up again, I can say that he was at my shop, and that's awesome. Johnny Falstaff. I mean, how cool would it be if, like, Willie Nelson was coming through town? He's like, "Yeah, I heard of this distillery. I want to go play there. They've got a cool stage." And that would never happen. That would never happen. But, just I mean, first and foremost, my job is make whiskey, sell whiskey. And I can't sell whiskey on my webpage. I can't sell whiskey on, how do I turn this thing off? Get rid of that. I can't sell whiskey on my webpage. I can't sell whiskey on the YouTubes. I can't give whiskey away through crowdfunded whatever, GoFundMe's or whatever. You know, you can't give me $50 to get a bottle of whiskey from GoFundMe. Can't do that. Against laws and community guidelines and all this other shit. But I can give away music. I can give away performances. I can give away all kinds of cool stuff. I can give away whiskey on my websites through the YouTubes. I can do all kinds of really cool things. And that's one of the things that I want to do with this. 100,000 views means nothing in the grand scheme of things. In the absolute grand scheme of things. 1 million views, 10 million views, 1 trillion views. In the grand scheme of things, they're free. The views cost you nothing. They make no money for me. I'm never going to be monetized the way other channels get monetized because I am a recreational drug. I am booze. I'm not advertiser-friendly content. I'm not an advertiser-friendly channel. I might make 2s and 2s of cents. I don't care. What I want is for my performers. What I want is for my people, my performers, my troubadours, my dancers, my sideshow acts, my magicians, my sword swallowers, my freaks, my weirdos, my traditional performers, my vendors. I want those people to be able to participate in an ecosystem, a community of you people that that is a mutually beneficial. You get entertainment and whatever else from them, and they get exposure to you. This is the ultimate, literal ultimate free performance for exposure type of thing. It doesn't cost them anything to be on the show. It might cost me something to bring them to my shop, but if they come to my shop and a crowd comes to watch them at my shop and they buy cocktails and all that stuff, that's great. That's great. That's why I have them at my shop. But if I can lever that show up because, 500 people a month, 1,000 people a month, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, however many it is. If people see their performance and they're like, that dude's awesome, and then they go to, maybe not Spotify, but Bandcamp or Spotify's a shit platform. Don't even get me started. Go to their website and they'll buy CDs, they'll buy T-shirts, they'll buy merch, they'll do the things that you do to support performances, support performers. That's the whole goal. That's the mission of this channel. That's why I want to do it. And I mean, sure, there's also an aspect of look at me. But I'm not going to be the old humble guy forever. I'm not going to be doing this forever. I'm not going to be able to do these shows and these chats and these after parties. I'm not going to live streams. I'm not going to be able to do this shit forever. I've got retirement plans. I've got sunsets that I want to ride into. I've got things to do. And maybe one of these days, I've joked about this in the past, but I'm thinking at some point, we'll do a type of, I want to say pageant, but that's not the word I'm looking for. We'll do a contest where we look for the new old humble guy. The new old humble guy. And the new old humble guy doesn't have to be me. Definitely, certainly not going to be me. Not going to be somebody who looks like me. Might not even be a guy. It's somebody who can be the old humble guy. Who can be the new spokesperson for the old humble distilling company. That'd be dope as hell. I would love that. Absolutely love that. Okay, I'm not going to keep watching this stream. Stream strength didn't do anything. I'm done watching it. I want to play Conflict of Nations. I got to check in on my country real quick on Conflict of Nations. I've been playing Haiti. This chat is weird. I've been playing Haiti. And the way this game developed, Haiti, I attacked Cuba. And from Cuba, while I was consolidating Cuba, Florida attacked me, so I attacked Florida and took them out of the game. Wiped them out. Killed them all. And then while I was messing with Florida, I went into Central America and I started working my way up. Mexico attacked me. Mexico has spent some money because they've got shit all over the place. They're good. He seems to know what he's doing. Vaguely. He seems to know what he's doing. I'm not convinced he does, but he seems to know what he's doing. What is that? What is that? Oh, I got a big old thing over here on my screen. Get rid of that. Window capture. Yeah, I want to close that. Okay. Oh, I've got the screen cropped. All right. Let's move this around and uncrop the screen a little bit. See, everything is working great. I'm not losing signal strength. See, I add the game in and everything's working. Excellent connection and everything. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answer. Do not have a solution to this problem. It is driving me bonkers. I mean, granted, my upload speed is fast by Comcast standards. It's generally sucky. Fine. But why was it so shitty an hour ago, but it's great now? Why? What is the hell is going on? I have done nothing, absolutely nothing over the last hour to improve my signal strength. Nothing at all. What is going on? Somebody help me understand what is going on. Help me understand. Make it make sense. Please. Please. Because I don't understand it. I do not understand it at all. Why is it taking so long to load this screen? Is the game over? Is the game finished? Where's my headphones? That'll tell me what's going on. And also, talking to yourself is no fun. But, sometimes you talk to yourself. That's just how it goes. What you're going to do. Right. All right. Stream health. Let's look back at the stream health, see what's going on. Tell me more about my stream health. That reminds me, stream health, of the, see, stream has been healthy since 12:43 was the last error. 1 hour and 2 minutes ago. As of my clock here, it says 1:45. So over an hour ago was the last error. I have not had an error since then. I do not know what is going on and why it's causing this. It does not make sense to me. It does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. And I don't know how to make it make sense. There are 94 notifications. That's not good. That is never good. Come on, screen. Let's go ahead and reload this. See if it loads up. I mean, maybe it's Comcast. Maybe they just have intermittently good and intermittently bad. I don't know. I don't know the answer. And I wish I knew how to make it make sense, but I don't know how to make it make sense. It doesn't make, I've done nothing in the last hour and 2 minutes, hour and 5 minutes now. I've done nothing in the last hour and 5 minutes to change anything. I've sat here. I've taken measurements. I've walked around. I went and got a drink of water. I took a dump. Oh my goodness. But I've done nothing to improve the stream health. I've done nothing at all to make the streaming experience better. All right, so this is what I did down here in Central America. I was pushing my way north, and Mexico came down and started marauding down in the south. That's what they did. I was wrapping every single game that gets played has an SEC conference or an SEC coalition that something is usually started by the guy in Georgia or South Carolina or Florida. Never fails. And usually it's Louisiana that joins in, Virginia, never fails. It's just how these people play the game. And that's cool. But I have heard the SEC. And I have been waging a battle over here to try and consolidate the uh, southeast and east central United States. Hey, Mississippi in the house. Cheers. And A Gaming. Cheers to you too. Welcome, guys. I'm poking into uh, my Conflict of Nations game, trying to see what the status is on my. If y'all aren't familiar with the game, Bull Rush, you're probably not familiar with the game either. If y'all aren't familiar with the game, it is a real-time strategy war game. I literally just opened it up to see what was going on. Mostly, I've been talking about my quest for 100,000 views over the rest of the year, from 40,000 to 100 views. Um, COVID bailout money got you internet. Cheers. That's awesome. That's a good way to spend COVID bailout money. My COVID bailout money made sure that I did not lose my house. And it was good because I like living in my house. I like living in houses in general. I find living in houses are better than living in not houses. But yeah, that's where ours went. As well as a little bit that went to the distillery to make sure that I don't know where any of my units are. They're not here. They're just not loaded in the screen. That's fine. So, as I said, Mexico was being a little rambunctious. And I tried fighting back against them directly, but they had bigger army than mine and they fucked me up. So, I have tried. They did a thing. Texas is a friendly position. But Mexico has been a little squirrely, dropping units into Texas, going up into Texas's territory around here. So, what I did while they were being squirrely, I decided to, and this did not go well. I decided to take my units, drop them in Reynosa. Um, Mowing your own grass can be extremely therapeutic. Yep, I agree. Um, and for a lot of people, that's the only exercise they get. But I have been marauding around in Mexican territory out here. I sent units in all directions, and they all died. I did not do well. He sent several units back up through. This is shit. I'm done. Bye. He sent several units. I sent units this way, down here, and he sent apparently units right back up my path and knocked them out. He has spent a tremendous amount of real American currency on his game. And I don't have that kind of money to throw around. But what was I saying about the SEC? Okay, so this game, I'll tell you what I was saying about the SEC. This game, which is this real-time strategy game, it's on a map of North America. It goes from Panama up to Canada. Every time this game gets played, every time I have played this game, either the Florida position, the South Carolina position, or the Georgia position starts a coalition called the SEC. That coalition, every single time, sometimes those players are cooperating. Sometimes, and it's always this little blue area down here that I took over. Sometimes they're cooperating, sometimes they're working together. Most of the time I've played, they are very bad at the game, and they tend to fall apart. So that's what I was saying about the SEC. There's always a coalition in this game called the SEC. And that coalition always loses to another player. Uh, they get split apart, they get picked apart, they get torn down. They're in this game. They are very rarely uh, a successful coalition. I've played against the SEC in that game several times. I've never seen the SEC actually survive. Now, check this out. This is something we've been watching, or I've been watching all night to try and monitor what's going on because I've had technical difficulties for the last several months. Uh, for the last hour, we have not had any problem with the strength and quality of the stream. And just now, after opening that game and looking at it for just a few minutes, just a couple of minutes to check and see what the hell's going on, just now, we got the error at 153. Yeah, which is right now. The error just came up. And I don't know what the hell's going on up there. What is going on up there? Whatever. The error just came up at 153. 140, 1243 was the previous error before then. And we had perfectly good, healthy stream for a solid hour until I tried to do some video shit. And now I'm having a weak stream. Yeah, exactly. If it was a football, rather than real-time strategy, if it was a football game, rather than this military whatever. Although now, you know, that the SEC has the A&M fighting Aggies and the biggest ROTC school in the South, you know, maybe the SEC could actually win a couple of wars all on. Who knows? Who knows? Don't know the answer to that question. Although I have suspicions. I have suspicions. And as always, just a reminder, if you didn't know, I'm telling you now. When we hit 550 subs, we will be giving away a bottle of whiskey. How? I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Put this up here. We'll put it up there. I'm trying to put the scroll on this screen. Can't find where it goes. There. Put it up there. But hey, the SEC, after years of bitching and moaning and crying about A&M joining the SEC, and bitching and moaning and crying, and bitching and moaning and crying that the SEC is inferior to the Big 12 and blah, 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 blah. UT is finally joining the SEC, and it is so much fun. It is ridiculously fun. It's hilarious to listen to UT people after bitching and moaning and bitching and moaning and bitching and moaning about A&M joining the SEC and Missouri joining the SEC. Now, why would they join the SEC? They were the Big 12, blah, 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 blah. They're joining the SEC. And after years of listening to this bullshit, changing their story about how, you know, first joining the SEC was going to suck, but for those guys. And now joining the SEC is a great move. It's brilliant. It's a great idea. It is absolutely they're Oklahoma and Texas Longhorn. It is absolutely hilarious to listen to T-Sips, the Texas Booster Boys, reverse course and come up with all the reasons why A&M joining was a bad idea, but them joining is a great idea. And, you know, A&M has had a tremendous amount of success joining the SEC. They've improved their revenue. They've gotten a stable conference out of the deal. They've got they're a party of equals. The stream just improved. Look, I did nothing to improve that stream. The stream improved just like that. I have no idea what the fuck is happening. Longhorn Network was 100% of the problem. The Longhorn Network ruined the Big 12, but it's not the first conference that the Longhorns have ruined. So fair warning, Longhorns are coming to the SEC. They have a history behind them of ruined conferences. They destroyed the Southwest Conference. They destroyed the Big Eight. They destroyed the Big 12. Now they're coming for you, SEC. Heads up. But the SEC is a conference of equals. The Big 12 was never a conference of equals. The Big 12 was a conference that UT joined and worked diligently to turn into a conference of cupcakes so that the Big 12 could basically feed Oklahoma, Texas, conference champion, Oklahoma and Texas conference champions. You notice over the last several years, if anyone other than Oklahoma and Texas won the Big 12, nobody gave a shit. Baylor won this year. Nobody gives a shit. And in the history of the Big 12, the reason they don't have a conference or the reason they didn't have a conference championship for several years was because Texas lost to Colorado. Texas was the best team, ranked team in the Big 12. They go to the championship game against Colorado. They shit the bed. They lose to Colorado. They get iced out of the national championship games. They get iced out completely. They're like ranked number 2 going into the Big 12 championship game. They get beat by Colorado, and they're like, well, why should we get iced out? We were number 2. Blah 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 blah. So fast forward several years when they get the opportunity to drop the championship game, guess what they do? They drop the championship game. They're not going to do that anymore. The best team in the conference is the best team in the conference, and the best team in the conference goes forward. Oh, thanks for the sub, Papa. What is it? Papa Giorgio. Cool. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. And like I said, we get to 550. Probably when we get to 546 or 7, I'll probably do a long live stream where when we hit that mark, we'll do a contest or something to give away a bottle of whiskey. I don't know what it would be. Probably not a contest. Probably just put your name on a wheel and we spin the wheel and whoever gets it wins. We'll figure it out. Anyway, Southeast Conference is a force of nature. And people bitch and moan about the Southeast Conference all the time and how it dominates the AP rankings and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, they've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 4 or 5 of the premier athletic programs in the country. And what people don't realize is the AP rankings were invented. The coaches' polls, the ranking system was invented literally to compare the rest of the schools to the Southeast Conference. It was never invented to select a national champion. It was never invented for any of that other nonsense. It was invented specifically to compare schools to the Southeast Conference schools. That's why it exists. That's why they have AP rankings. And, the Pac-12 doesn't give a shit about the rankings. They don't care. They're doing what they do. They're Pac-12. They're the Pac-12. They do Pac-12 stuff. They're fine. And they had their rivalry with the Big Ten, and that's what they did. It was Pac-12, Big Ten, Pac-12, Big Ten, all the time. That's what the Rose Bowl was. That's why the Rose Bowl was invented, to put Ohio or Michigan against one of the California teams. That's it. That's all it was. That's why the Rose Bowl was there. And it was a premier event in college sports. The Cotton Bowl for the Southwest Conference champion and whomever the Southwest Conference champion played. I think it was usually a Big 8 team. think. Uh, I think, and then the Big Eight and or the ACC and the Southwest Conference, I think it was, or maybe it was ACC and Big East. I can't remember the old rivalries way back when. But man, that was the fucking glory days when kids were getting Corvettes to sign for teams and stuff. I mean, maybe not the glory days, but those were good times for college football. The college programs were local, amateur, relatively amateur. They were they had their audience, and it was a glorious thing. And they've tried to bang into they've tried to take a thing that existed and bang it into a system that they want it to be. The AP rankings were never designed to create a national champion, like a true national champion. They weren't designed like the NCAA basketball tournament. It was literally designed to put 64 teams ranked, and it wasn't 64 at the time, 32 teams ranked into a tournament. That's what that was for. That's how it was designed. That was the principle of the thing. Not, hey, let's have rankings and then change the rankings into a thing. Like nobody was trying to compare I don't know, Big 12 or Big 8, whatever the fuck Indiana is. Or the Hoosiers. Big 10, Big 12. University of Houston is joining the Big 12. I don't even know who's in the Big 12. Not like I used to. Let's see here. It's that dumpster fire in Waco, Baylor, Texas Tech. It'd be Houston, Cincinnati, BYU, Oklahoma State, Iowa State, or Iowa, Indiana. Indiana's in the Big Ten, I think. Anyway, whatever. They weren't like designing a ranking system to compare the rest of the country to this conference of basketball teams. Nobody was doing that. They were just like, let's pick the best teams. Let's look at chat. It's running up the whole screen. Yeah, I mean Texas A&M is not hurt. They did good. They did great, and it was an even split between all the schools. Do I remember Jackie Sherrill? I was not. Jackie Sherrill was before my time, but I know who Jackie Sherrill is. But yes, that was one of the biggest problems with the Big 12 was it was an unequal distribution of revenue. And the justification for unequal distribution of revenue was there's two schools that are bringing in 80% of the revenue. Why should the rest of the schools split that revenue evenly? And that's like the definition of how you build a shitty conference. You have two good schools and a bunch of other schools that are trash. A bunch of other schools whose only reason for existence is to compete against the two capital programs. And that is why, Nebraska left the Big 12 for the Big 10, mostly because of Texas and the Longhorn Network and the four schools in Texas that were changing the focus of the conference down to Dallas rather than wherever the hell it used to be, Oklahoma or what's the capital of Kansas? I know this. I know the capital of Kansas, Topeka, or wherever the capital of the Big 12 was before they moved it to Dallas for UT. What the hell? I'm looking over here at my screen on the YouTubes, and I'm seeing the Conflict of Nations screen pop back up. What? That was like an hour ago. What the hell are you doing, people? Stop it. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, the SEC is it's a good conference, especially if you don't know how to read. It's a great place to go play football. It's a great place to go play football. And they have good research institutions too. Obviously, it's a great conference. They have great schools. Alabama, LSU, they're the state school in the states, Mississippi State, Tennessee. And it's a great conference. It's a great conference with great schools. What seems weird logically to me is having West Virginia going to the Big 12 was just the dumbest. I that was when the Big 12 was doing literally everything in their power to avoid bringing Houston into the conference. Literally everything in their power. And when they jerked around Houston and BYU and Cincinnati, they were jerking around Houston and Cincinnati specifically for a couple of years. And instead of adding those two, they decided to add West Virginia. The Big 12 was just literally doing everything in their power to fail as a conference. Um, and if it weren't for ESPN's money and CBS's money, they would fail as a conference. But they're bringing in Houston, they're bringing in Cincinnati, they're bringing in BYU, they're bringing in three top flight capital programs, great programs that are all three on the rise. Not just BYU, South Florida too. They're bringing in three programs that are all three on the rise, and all three are. Yeah, I'm a Houston grad. I'm a Houston fan. I like the University of Houston. Uh, been a critic of the University of Houston in the past, but it's a great place to go. It's a great place to be. I had my fantastic time when I was there. It's a great school, and uh, at long last, after years and years and years in the wilderness, they finally started putting together a good athletics program too. And I've got it's a complicated issue because it's great to have a good athletics program, but it's not great to have a good athletics program that drains money from the rest of the school. Um, it's great to have an athletics program that pays money to the school, that supports the school and grows with the school. Um, and out of the 140 something schools that have D1 athletic programs, there's probably only 35 of them that actually make money. I can't remember the exact numbers, but there's a shockingly large number of Division One programs that lose money every year. They're either subsidized by general funds or student fees or some combination of general funds and student fees. And they don't make, you could literally close your program down and make money for the school. And most of those programs are the Division One programs, the Power Seven, Power Six, Power Five, whatever conferences those are. The Sun Belt and Mountain West and CUSA and those guys that have TV contracts that are like $500,000. Um, don't let BYU bring their don't let BYU bring their own. Yeah, they're something else. Um, but and that's like the moral quandary that I have. I love for U of H to have a great program, but if U of H is bleeding 5 million, 10 million, $15 million a year, it's like fucking shut this down. But they got a rich uncle now in Tillman Fertitta, which owns. He's a casino mogul, and he owns all the casinos apparently. He's got a place in Vegas and Lake Charles and New Orleans. I think uh, he's got a bunch of restaurants all over the place, something like 1,600 restaurants, Landry's restaurants. You've probably eaten there. I think they own Bubba Gump. I'm pretty sure they own, let's see, it's the Aquarium, Papa's. No, not Landry's is a Papa's. That's a Papa's brother. Anyway, they own everything. A whole bunch of restaurants, top flight restaurants, great guy. He's made of money. He's like Midas. Well, you've seen Tillman Fertitta on a billion-dollar buyer. He's probably been in Shark Tank. Uh, he's got, he's a billionaire, so he's got like billionaire uh, TV shows that he does. Anyway, they've got their rich uncle, so they can afford to pay $5 million, $6 million to a coach, and that's another thing. Pay $6 million to a goddamn coach for football? You're paying the highest paid public employees in these states are football coaches, not physicists, not scientists, not doctors, not lawyers, not they're football coaches. The highest paid public employee in the state of Texas is a football coach. Probably the three highest paid employees in the state of Texas are football coaches. University of Texas, A&M, and University of Houston. The three highest paid public employees in the state of Texas. I'm not sure I'm okay with that. And when when the program brings in 60 million, 70 million, 80 million dollars a year, and they the people that are generating those profits are working for free. Yeah. And not only are they working for free, they're risking their health. They're putting their lives, their long-term health and well-being in jeopardy. I have issues with that, but it's really fun to watch my school's football team kick ass on a weekly basis. It's really fun to watch my school's foot. Like I went to school there. When I went to school there, they sucked. They were bad. Year after year after year of shit. And then a good year when they won 7 games and went to a bowl game. And then year after year after year of shit. So bad. They lost all of the games one year when I was there. All of them. All of them. I mean, I was sitting in the Astrodome. The Astrodome, the eighth wonder of the world, with like 1,500 people in the Astrodome. Twos and twos and twos of people. There were more people. There were more people at like Blockbuster video stores in the city of Houston on a Saturday night than at a University of Houston football Cougars game. Bad days, bad time. It is great to see them being successful. I'm overjoyed. Absolutely love it. But the fact of the matter is, if if University of Houston had gotten into the Big 12, gotten all that money Baylor got, University of Houston would be in the same position as Baylor right now. Years and years and years of $20 million payouts from the Big 12, and University of Houston would be where Baylor was, competing for national championship a few years ago. Let's look. Sorry, Papa, I'm not. I wasn't paying attention. I was monologuing there. Um, yeah, and it's about TV eyeballs. BYU's got TV eyeballs. University of Houston, Cincinnati, we've got TV eyeballs, and we bring people to the stadiums too. I'm not sure Cincinnati may be expanding their capacity. University of Houston may not be expanding the stadium capacity because we've got a 40,000, 30,000, 35,000 seat stadium. But see, here's the thing. When you look at the Big 12 games, the only games that put 40,000 people in the seats is the games that University of Texas goes to. When TCU plays University of Texas, they get 40,000 people. When TCU played Iowa State, 15,000 people. So, the expansion of the stadium would be for one game or 2 games. And there's nobody left in the Big 12 that brings that kind of heat. So, yeah, no, I'm probably not. I don't know. I'd be curious to see how that shakes out. Let's see here. What was the story with you got to fill me in with the information on Auburn's football coach. I saw that pop up in the news the other day that something about the Auburn football coach is something. I don't know. I need to. I didn't get a chance to read the article, and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, yeah. I mean, fire him 9 months into the job. What did he do? Did he fuck a co-ed? Did he? I mean, what did he do? What gets you fired from Auburn after one season? What do you have to do? Um, Times are very good for people selling food and booze and beers and drinks. Here's a trick I learned way back in the day. Cokes are $3. Beers are $6. A flask of whiskey is $0 if you can bring it into the stadium. And if you're wearing boots, you should be able to bring a flask into the stadium because that's what boots are made for. Also walking. So I would, instead of buying beer, I would buy a Coke and spike it with my whiskey, and that would that would solve my problem. I'd save a tremendous amount of money. Anyway, oh, that's it. He went 6-7. That's fucking Auburn. We're not going to do anything other than go 6-7. They're Auburn. Actually, they were competing for the national championship a few years ago, weren't they? Um, yeah, they had that trick play, didn't they? Wasn't it Auburn that had the trick play? Not the trick play. They caught a short field goal and ran it back for a touchdown. Wasn't that about 4 years ago, 5 years ago? No, shit, that was a lot longer than that. Because University of Houston did it the next year against Oklahoma, and that was Tom Herman's first year. So that would have been as far back as 2016. So that would have been 2015, 2014 for Auburn. Yeah, anyway. Uh, Lord. All right. So anyway, looking, I'm over here. I'm monitoring my stream health. I'm watching it. Uh, I would like to, I spent time in my former job, my former life. I had clients in Mississippi, and I spent time in both Oxford and um, um, oh shit, Mississippi State, Mississippi, Oxford, and it's not Greenville. Greenville is where it was. Help me out, Papa. Let me know. The other Oxford is Mississippi State, and Mississippi is in not Hattiesburg. Um, shit. Anyway, I had clients in both, and I would visit the one, go to Greenville, visit the next one, and then drive to Oxford, spend the night, visit the next client, head back to Jackson, get on the plane, and head out. Um, and most of the time, I would try and stop in at the uh, Petrified Forest that you've got there just north of Jackson. And I finally got a chance to bring my kids. Starkville. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I knew it was right on the edge of my brain. Anyway, I finally got a chance to bring my kids to the Petrified Forest there and show them that all petrified forests aren't in deserts. Some of them are in beautiful, lush, uh, uh, not swamplands, but beautiful, lush, wooded areas that were, excuse me, beautiful, lush, wooded areas that grew up over this petrified forest. The petrified forest, if you're not familiar with it, the petrified forest in Jackson was formerly much further upriver, and it came down uh, and got stuck in the delta and heaped up with sediment and became petrified under the wood, or rather under the dirt. And it is a beautiful, beautiful. It looks like prehistoric. Uh, you literally step out of the visitor center and go into what feels like a prehistoric forest, and it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Um, you root for both, but Mississippi State when they play each other. Yeah, hey, I mean that's fair. I'm as a Houston fan, I root for neither Texas nor A&M unless they play out of state, and you always back the state when they're going abroad. I'm one of the weird people in Texas that I just want to. Oh, I want to see them all burn. Anyway, yeah, the Petrified Forest is beautiful. But yeah, the last time I visited my client up in Oxford, it was the week before Halloween. So Halloween was on like Friday or Saturday. I can't remember what day it was, and I was there on Wednesday. So all the frats and sororities had some kind of Halloweeny thing going on, and that was the day that I saw a guy dressed up in some kind of butcher's outfit with a chainsaw, a live chainsaw, an actual running chainsaw. I assume he took the chain off, but it's a college kid. Maybe he didn't. He didn't think that far ahead. Running up and down the street with a chainsaw in Oxford. I was in a bar just off the town square, and he was running up and down the street chasing sorority girls with his chainsaw. It was hilarious, and that is specifically the reason why my wife will not let me have a chainsaw. So there you go. I am not allowed to own a chainsaw. I have a electric chainsaw for pruning trees and trimming branches, but the electric chainsaw does not make the same noise as a real chainsaw, and you can only chase people only so far down the street because you have to have a cord attached to the wall. So there you go. I don't have one of those battery powered chainsaws. I have a one that you have to plug into a wall. So there you have it. I think I was about to tell the story. I can't remember. Oh yeah. Muscle Shoals, Pickwick Corn, Tupelo. Yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar. We went through a road trip where we went up the Natchez Trace Parkway. So a little bit about me. I am the Old Humble guy. I own and operate the Old Humble Distilling Company. My logo's not on the screen, but uh, where is it? I can put it up there. I should put it up there. Anyway, I run the Old Humble Distilling Company. I make whiskey. Logo, there it is. And we do, my family, our preferred leisure time is road trips. I travel all the time to do tastings and things. There, we'll put it right there. Cute little logo right up there in the corner. I travel all the time to do tastings. Um, yeah, no, the electric chainsaw is way less dangerous. Anyway, our preferred pastime, because I travel all over the state of Texas. I drive Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Fort Worth, El Paso, Corpus Christi. I drive. A typical commute for me when I'm going to do my tastings outside of Houston is a 4-hour drive, one way. I do my tasting for 3 hours. I turn around and drive home. Anywho, I like driving. Um, I find it to be a chore. I like it all the same because it's relaxing. When you get on the interstate, it's relaxing. When it's around here, you know, the worst drivers anywhere ever are suburban drivers. Like city drivers are bad, but suburban drivers are the absolute worst because they have this notion that they want to drive 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour everywhere they want to go, even in the Walmart parking lot. And they have this notion that they're fucking entitled to drive as fast as they want to, wherever they want to, and you're in their way. Honk, 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 get out of the way. Ugh, fucking suburban drivers are the worst. Anyway, our preferred leisure activity when we go on vacations is the road trip. And the proper road trip too, where you drive 4 hours to a roadside attraction, you do a thing, and then you drive 4 hours, or you do a thing, you have lunch, you drive 4 hours, you do a thing, you bed down, you're done. So, we do proper road tripping, proper. Not just get in the car and drive 17 hours to your destination, road warrior. We don't do that. Oh God, yes, we saw a shit ton of deer on the Natchez Trace. Um, so we started in Louisiana, and then we cut across to Natchez, and we worked our way up the Natchez Trace. Uh, we went through Muscle Shoals on the. I think we went through Muscle Shoals on the way. I'm 99% sure we went through Muscle Shoals on the way, and we stopped and took a picture in front of the recording studio in Muscle Shoals. Remember that. I think it was that trip. The only other trip it could have been is when we took our Southeast Conference trip and drove uh, out to Savannah, from Houston to Savannah and back. We went out on I-10 and back on I-20. That would have been the only other trip we could have taken, but we took a picture in front of the music studio, the historic music studio, whatever it was in Muscle Shoals. And then Tupelo, uh, Tupelo. I had a client that I was going to visit in Tupelo. I just popped in to say hi, a little funeral home. I want to talk to, but the Natchez Trace is an absolutely beautiful roadway. If anybody watching has not done the Natchez Trace, you should drive at least on part of the Natchez Trace because it is absolutely gorgeous. We stopped for the night in a little town called French Camp, and I got stung by a dead hornet. They had hornets, a little hornet nest in the wall, and they had been poisoned, and they were coming out and dying. And I stepped on one of those little fuckers, and it stung me in the foot. I hate wasps. I absolutely hate hornets. There's no reason for them to exist. They don't make honey. They don't pollinate trees or flowers. They don't do anything other than sting you and like give you the bird. They're the worst fucking animals in the world. And a dead one stung me in the foot. And the next morning, when I was getting my clothes out, I needed to get my sweater because it was cold. Open up my suitcase, grab my sweater, and one of the sons of bitches had gotten in my damn suitcase and flew out right in my face. Fucking hate wasps. Absolutely hate wasps. And you see, I used to play World of Warcraft back when I was a younger man. I played World of Warcraft probably 10 years ago was the last time I played. There's a world, a land, and several quests related to this particular zone that has creatures that are wasps. And you have to go and you have to fight them and you have to kill them and you have to collect the kill. You have quests related to wasps. Giant fucking wasps. And I hated it. Absolutely hated it. There is no reason for them to exist. There's no reason for that to exist in the game. Man. Fire ants and wasps, of all the creatures in the universe, those are the ones that escape from hell. I get great joy out of boiling water and pouring it in a fire ant's nest. I get great joy out of beating wasps with a newspaper and just beating them fucking to death. Hate wasps. Hate fire ants. And it's not like even a rational hate. And I'm good with that. I understand the irrationality of my hatred for them. I understand it. I understand it and I embrace it and I'm all for it. I have never been to Tunica casinos, no. Um, we did not stop and get slug burgers. Usually when we road trip, we pack a larder in the vehicle that we're taking, whether it's our van or a rental or whatever it is. We pack a larder so when we stop for lunch, we don't usually stop at a place to eat. We stop and eat at the place where we go to. So if we're going to a national park, we have a picnic at the national park. If we're going to a attraction or whatever, we stopped at Lincoln's birthplace in Kentucky. Yeah, it was Kentucky. We stopped at Lincoln's birthplace in Kentucky, ate lunch there. Usually when we're road tripping, we bring our food. We have a larder, we bring the food. And because we're not usually road tripping on the other side of Mars, there's usually a grocery store that we can stop at after a couple of days and we can replenish our food if we need to. So that's usually how we do it. So we don't usually stop at places. But there are a lot of places up and down the trace. Most of the places, and it was really cool to see the historical nature of places change as you go up the Natchez Trace from starting with plantations and Indian burial mounds and trading zones and excuse me, as you move up from you leave Natchez and you start working your way north, there's a lot of Indian burial grounds, which is really cool. And there's a lot of old former trading spots. There's a lot of places that were simply some famous dead person pooped here or slept here, or this used to be an inn or whatever it is. There's a whole lot of them that are just like whatever. But there's a lot of them that have really cool historical significance that are really fun. And you can, I mean, it's only a few hundred miles, but you can spend 3, 4, 5 days driving to Natchez. and it is the Natchez Trace rather, and it is a really cool thing to see, a really cool thing to drive. The coyotes that carry mites, and the dogs that get it and turn, yeah, yep, 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 yep. Scabies are bad, mites are bad, fleas and ticks bad. You get no argument from me, absolutely not. They're uncomfortable and they do nothing but suck blood. They have no value, no purpose, none whatsoever. But and this is my counter argument of why, while scabies are bad, mites are bad, wasps and fire ants are worse. Wasps and fire ants have no redeeming value whatsoever. None. No redeeming value whatsoever. They don't even they don't bite you to replicate themselves. Like mites, scabies, they're sucking your blood so that they can reproduce. There's at least a value to that. Wasps don't sting you to reproduce. Wasps sting you because they're assholes. That's it. Wasps sting you because they're flying around looking for a picnic to ruin. They're looking for a reason to be a dick. They're flying, they got their fucking fedoras and their gold chains, and they're looking around trying to find someone's day to ruin. That's it. That's the only reason. They don't sting you to reproduce. They don't sting you to make food. They don't sting you to do anything other than to ruin your fucking day. That's it. They are spawns of Satan. Period. Done. Finished. Fire ants, same way. They don't bite you because you're threatening them. They bite you because you just walk past their damn, and you're just walking, you're minding your own business. They're like, oh, look, there's a person. Let's cut all the flesh off of his ankle. They're assholes. That's what they are. That's what they do. They're like, oh, look, a whole another colony of ants. Let's kill them for no reason other than it's Tuesday. That's what they do. That's what they do on Tuesdays. They go kill other ants. They're just shitheads. Mites, scabies, they're at least sucking blood for reproduction. That's their food. We're not their food. We're not fire ants' food. They eat sugar and gnats and whatever other crap that fire ants eat. They don't eat people. They're just eating you because they want to. They just feel like it. They just think, it sounds like a good thing to do. Dicks. I don't think wasps carry pollen. No. I don't think they carry pollen. I do not think wasps are pollinators. They may kill invasive species. They may kill some invasive species. They may kill some predators that will attack your plants and whatnot. Maybe there's some redeemable feature to wasps. Maybe thin, small, tiny, minuscule redemption possibility for a wasp. Some wasps. Some. A few. But not hornets. Fuck those guys. They're assholes. They're the worst. The absolute worst. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. Absolutely hate them. Fucking dicks. So anyway. Don't get me started. Well, I guess you already did. I hate wasps. They're the worst. Anyway. So I guess this is a good time as any to say what we do on the channel. It's probably time that I wrapped up. It's 2:36 local time. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I probably should wrap this up. 2 hours. We went strong. 2 solid hours. Good deal. Okay, so here's what's up. We're gonna close with the mission. I am working now to move my stream forward. The reason I want to move the stream forward is to help out my artists, my performers, the people who come to my distillery. Back to the stream monitor there for a second. People who come to my distillery and perform. Uh, I won't likely be uh, monetized anytime soon. I won't likely ever be monetized because we're a whiskey company and we're not exactly family friendly, advertiser friendly content. I don't care. I don't want to be. Um, uh, I don't need. I don't. I don't need their advertisements. I want my advertisements as my distillery, not theirs. Um, but we are on a quest. We are on a quest for 100,000 views by the end of this year. That's the mission. That's the goal. That is my quest. What is your quest? 100,000. Not the wasp. I mean, exactly. They're the worst. They're the absolute worst. They're just dreadful. So this is what we're trying to do. 100,000 YouTube views. And I've done the research. I'm trying to figure out ways to improve my thumbnails, ways to improve my descriptions, ways to improve my titles, ways to improve my content. The biggest thing that I'm doing right now to try and improve the content is right here with the stream monitor that we're doing right now. Watching my stream to see where the ups and downs, where the quality, where the strength, where the weakness. You're very welcome, Papa Diorgio. It was fun. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for chatting with me. I appreciate it. But this is what we're doing. I'm trying to figure out how to make this stream health stronger. Anybody who has ideas, please let me know. Uh, the last error was at 153. I have done nothing to improve the strength since that error. The only difference is I was looking at that game. That was it. Going to the website for the game. Conflict of Nations. And that was it. And I went off from Conflict of Nations. The stream helped improved again. And maybe, like Bull Rush said, maybe it's just my strength of my upload speed. If I look at my speed test again, maybe my upload speed is shit. Maybe I should just not do these streams from here. I should do these streams. Or maybe I need to connect a landline to my router. Maybe I need to move my router. So that's what I'm going to. I'm working on these things over the course of the week to try and see what I can do to improve my stream, to improve my uploads, to improve my performance of the channel overall, as well as the specific shows. So I'm going to focus on the stuff that we do well. The stuff I do well is these live chats, these live shows, the happy hours, the live music. That's what I do well. That's where I feel most comfortable. So I'm going to focus on this stuff. And my upload speed is not great. Bull Rush's upload speed was 10 times this. 250 download, 250 upload, shit like that. This is not, for a residential, this isn't great. It's not bad. It's fine. Whatever. But we keep getting from between excellent connection to bad connection to back up to excellent connection. And I'm not doing anything to change excellent or bad or good or whatever it is. I'm not doing anything to change this stuff. So I have no idea, literally no idea why it's doing what it's doing. I'm not that tech savvy. I make whiskey. Uh, but I'm trying real hard, trying to figure out, I'm trying to be a learning ape and not just a dumb ape. So you can join me on this quest for 100,000 views. I appreciate the support always, all the way through. And when we hit 550 subscribers, as it says up there, I will give away a bottle of whiskey. I will probably give away a bottle of whiskey when we hit 50,000 views. I will give away whiskey. So, participate with me. Tell your friends. Help me make this better. Tell me what I need to do. I've already moved that router or the extender from over there. Maybe I'll take that extender. I'll go put it in between here and my router, which is where Bull Rush says it needs to go. And I get that. I'm sure. Okay, fine. I'll put it right there, halfway. So we're 37. Where were we? No, 37 feet from the router to here. I'll put the extender at about the 25-foot mark, so I'll only be 12 feet away from my router, and my router will only be 12 or 25 feet away from where it starts. Um, you know, it took the fucking trolls a while, the dumb bots and trolls a while to get in, but they finally made it in. I'm just gonna have to get rid of you, Ingram McCall, you ding dong. Nobody likes you. You know this. Anyway, so the extender will go over there. The router, in between the extender between me and the router. See if that works. The next step is to attach a cable to the router and see if that works. I mean, at some point you run out of ideas, and it's just the. I mean, I'm gonna have to probably call Comcast because Comcast is Comcast, or AT&T. I don't even know who I have anymore. I think it's AT&T that I have for my internet. So I'm probably gonna have to call AT&T and ask them, "What's up? Why we got this thing?" Um, oh, the Ingram was already blocked. Sorry, Ingram. No, there you are. I gotta get rid of you now. Remove Ingram. Bye bye. Okay. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I know it. I'm learning now. I'm learning better. I'm trying to learn better. Um, and yeah, the stream has been fine for like an hour since you came in. As a matter of fact, the stream has been fine. It's been fine. We've had an excellent strength, as it says, excellent connection. The last error was at 12:53, which was almost a full hour ago. And you came in as I was wrapping up, looking at the game to see how stuff was going, and spoiler alert, stuff was not going great. But it's not going bad. I'm going to win that game. Not that big of a deal. I should probably just contact the player in Mexico and say, look, let's split the map. You get your 1,000, I get my 1,000. Everybody's good. But he's not playing. He's not playing very well. I don't think he'll get 1,000. He's going to run out of steam soon. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. Um, so you can join me on this quest for 100,000 views. I'm going to start doing a weekly update of what I did last week and how that translated into improvement. And it's going to be a weekly, like a little weekly vlog. Probably not going to do. It probably won't be daily. It'll probably be weekly. It'll probably be Mondays. I'm going to expand my happy hour. So we had an earlier happy hour at 9 o'clock on Thursdays. We've been doing 9 o'clock on Thursdays. I'll probably add a Wednesday and a Friday. Then we'll start doing live music on Saturdays. So we'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday happy hours, and then a Saturday live music, live from Old Humble, music by whomever it is that week or that day. It'd probably be monthly or bi-monthly. Bi-monthly or bi-weekly? Yeah, bi-weekly. Monthly or bi-weekly. Anyway. And then, the whole goal, the whole focus, the whole effort is to give a better stage to my people who are coming into the channel, who are coming into the distillery, who are coming into the stuff. And along the way, we build this community. We build this community, build this family of people who are enjoying what we do. Have a good time. Crack open your own cocktails, and if your own cocktail is what we make, even better. Props to you. Points. Cheers. And as we continue to grow as a distillery, we're relatively new. We started in 2012. I took it full time in 2019, just in time for the apocalypse to start. And we've been scrapping and fighting ever since to get into full production and full time operations. And we're so embarrassingly close to getting to that point. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting to the point where I have more work than time, but right now I still have more time than work, which is why I'm doing this shit. And hopefully it'll be like I've said before, hopefully we'll be able to do a contest in a year or so to get a new old humble guy so that I can focus on doing other stuff and only occasionally do this nonsense. But, we'll see. We shall see how it goes. So, hey, join me next week. We're going to start this whole process next week. We're going to start learning like learning apes do and learn how to crack this YouTube code and figure it out. There's what is a better thumbnail? What is a better description? What is a better title? What is a better, what's good? What's good to do for live? I mean, one of the benefits to uploading versus live. Well, we'll talk about that next. We won't talk about that today. We'll talk about that next. No. All right, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages. It's time to go. I'm ready for bed. As always, thanks for your support. Thanks for your eyeballs. Thanks for your time. Your time is valuable, and I appreciate that. Be awesome to each other and love with your whole heart. That's what it's there for. Cheers and good night.